Have you ever laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, waiting for sleep that never comes? Your body feels tired, but your mind refuses to rest. You wake up multiple times at night, and in the morning you feel even more exhausted than before you went to bed. But what if I told you that one simple drink, something natural, something affordable, could change your nights and your health forever? Yes, just one glass before bed. Today, I'm talking about a powerful nightly habit that seniors around the world are rediscovering, a golden drink that not only improves sleep, but also supports your body from the inside out. I'm talking about turmeric milk, also known as golden milk. Have you ever wondered why, even after spending hours in bed, you still wake up feeling tired, heavy, and unfocused? The truth is, it's not just about how long you sleep. It's about how well your body is able to heal during those hours. Sleep is not simply rest. It is your body's most powerful recovery system. Every night, while you close your eyes, your body begins a silent, complex process of repair that impacts everything from your brain to your heart, your immune system to your muscles. Think about this for a moment. Your body is working harder while you sleep than you might realize. Cells regenerate, tissues repair, hormones rebalance, and your brain clears out toxins that build up throughout the day. But here's the problem. If your sleep is light, interrupted, or poor in quality, this entire process becomes incomplete. You may be lying in bed, but your body is not fully healing. Now imagine the long-term impact of that. Night after night of poor sleep slowly weakens your immune system, increases inflammation in your body, and accelerates the aging process. It can lead to joint discomfort, mental fog, low energy, and even emotional imbalance. And the most surprising part? Many people accept this as normal aging, when in reality, it's often a result of neglected sleep quality. But what if you could support your body in doing what it was naturally designed to do? What if one small, intentional step before bed could help your body shift from stress mode into healing mode? This is where a simple nighttime ritual becomes incredibly powerful. When you provide your body with something warm, calming, and nourishing, like a glass of turmeric milk, you send a signal that it's time to slow down, to relax, and prepare for deep rest. The warmth helps relax your muscles, while the natural compounds in turmeric work quietly to reduce inflammation and calm the nervous system. Here's something many people overlook. Your body responds to signals. The habits you repeat every night tell your brain whether to stay alert or to unwind. If your nights are filled with screens, stress, and irregular routines, your brain remains in a state of alertness. But when you introduce a calming habit, you begin to retrain your system to enter a deeper, more restorative state of sleep. What if the biggest transformation in your health didn't come from a major life overhaul, but from something so small you could start tonight without stress, without cost, and without complexity? It's easy to believe that real change requires extreme effort, strict diets, intense routines, or expensive solutions. But the truth is far more powerful and far more practical. The human body responds best to consistency, not intensity. Every action you repeat daily sends a message to your body. Those messages, over time, shape your energy, your strength, your sleep, and even how you age. The challenge is that most people underestimate the impact of small habits because they don't see immediate results. One healthy drink doesn't feel life-changing. One good night of sleep doesn't seem dramatic. But what happens when that one small action is repeated every single day? Your body begins to adapt. It begins to trust the routine. It begins to improve, quietly at first, then noticeably. Consider this. A single glass of turmeric milk before bed may feel simple, almost insignificant. But within that simplicity lies a powerful combination of nutrients and signals. You are not just drinking something warm. You are creating a moment of calm, a signal of closure to your day, and a consistent trigger for your body to relax and repair. Over time, that one habit can influence your sleep cycle, reduce internal stress, and support your body's natural healing processes. Here's where it becomes even more interesting. Small habits don't compete with your life. They fit into it. You don't need to redesign your entire routine. You don't need to sacrifice hours of your day. This is why they work. Because they're easy to repeat. And repetition is where transformation lives. Many people fail not because they lack motivation, but because they rely on motivation alone. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel driven, other days you don't. But a small habit removes that struggle. It becomes automatic. It becomes part of who you are, rather than something you have to force yourself to do. And once a habit becomes part of your identity, it stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like normal. There's also a psychological shift that happens when you commit to something small and actually follow through. You begin to build trust with yourself. You prove to yourself that you can stay consistent. That sense of control and discipline often spreads into other areas of your life. Your eating habits, your activity levels, your mindset. What started as one glass of turmeric milk can quietly turn into a chain reaction of better choices. What if aging didn't have to feel like a slow decline in energy, mobility, and independence? What if many of the discomforts people associate with growing older were not simply inevitable, but influenced by daily choices that either support the body or silently work against it? The idea that pain, stiffness, and fatigue are unavoidable with age has been repeated so often that it feels like a fact. But when you look closer, a different picture begins to emerge. Inside the body, one of the biggest drivers of aging-related discomfort is chronic inflammation. It builds quietly over time, often without obvious warning signs in the beginning. Then gradually, it starts to show up as joint stiffness, reduced flexibility, slower recovery, and persistent fatigue. Many people respond to these symptoms only after they become severe, without realizing that the process began much earlier. Here's where it becomes important to rethink the approach. Instead of waiting for problems to appear, the focus shifts toward supporting the body consistently, so those problems are less likely to develop in the first place. This is where natural, daily habits can play a powerful role, especially when they target inflammation at its core. Turmeric, a simple and widely available ingredient, contains a compound known as curcumin, which has been studied for its ability to help regulate inflammation in the body. When introduced regularly in a gentle, sustainable way, such as through a warm drink before bed, it becomes more than just a dietary addition. It becomes part of a long-term strategy to support how the body feels and functions over time. But the impact goes beyond physical comfort. When inflammation is reduced, many systems in the body begin to function more efficiently. Joints move more freely, muscles feel less tense, and even the cardiovascular system benefits from improved balance. There is also growing awareness of how inflammation can affect the brain, influencing memory, focus, and overall cognitive clarity. Supporting the body in this way is not just about feeling better physically. It is about maintaining independence, sharpness, and quality of life. Another important aspect often overlooked is how these small, natural interventions align with the body's rhythms. Instead of introducing harsh or aggressive measures, you are working with your body, not against it. A warm, calming drink at night supports relaxation, digestion, and absorption, allowing the body to utilize these compounds more effectively while it enters its nightly repair phase. There is also a psychological shift that happens when you begin to care for your body proactively. Instead of reacting to discomfort, you begin to anticipate your needs and respond with intention. That mindset alone can change how you experience aging. It creates a sense of control and confidence, replacing uncertainty with clarity. Why is it that so many people start strong, feel motivated, and then slowly fall back into old patterns? It's not because they don't care about their health. It's not because they lack knowledge. The real reason is much simpler and far more important. They rely on short bursts of effort instead of long-term consistency. There's a powerful truth that often goes unnoticed. Your body does not respond to what you do occasionally. It responds to what you do repeatedly. One healthy choice feels good in the moment, but it doesn't create lasting change. However, when that same choice is repeated day after day, it begins to reshape how your body functions, how your mind responds, and how your overall health evolves. Think about this carefully. Missing one night of good sleep may not seem like a big deal. Skipping one healthy habit may feel harmless. But when inconsistency becomes a pattern, the body loses its rhythm. Sleep cycles become irregular, energy levels fluctuate, and progress becomes unpredictable. Over time, this inconsistency creates frustration because the results never match the effort. Now consider the opposite approach. A simple habit, like drinking turmeric milk before bed, done every single night. No pressure for perfection, No drastic changes, just one consistent action repeated with intention. At first, the impact may feel subtle, but beneath the surface, your body is adapting. Your nervous system begins to recognize the signal to relax. Your sleep cycle starts to stabilize. Your internal systems begin to operate with more balance. Here's what makes consistency so powerful. It compounds. Just like small negative habits can slowly damage your health, small positive habits can gradually rebuild it. Each night you follow through, you are not starting from zero. You are building on the previous day's effort. Over time, these small repetitions create a momentum that becomes difficult to break. There is also a deeper psychological effect at play. When you commit to something simple and stay consistent, you strengthen your sense of discipline. You begin to trust your own actions. You no longer depend on mood or external motivation to guide you. Instead, your behavior becomes stable, predictable, and aligned with your long-term goals. Many people wait to feel ready before they commit, but readiness is often a myth. Action creates readiness. The more consistently you act, the easier it becomes to continue. What once required effort begins to feel natural. What once felt like a task becomes part of your identity. Your health is your greatest wealth, and better sleep is the foundation of a better life. So take care of your body, nourish it, respect it, because it's the only place you truly live. Start tonight. One glass, one habit, one powerful change. Thank you